Heavy monsoon rain continued to batter Mizoram on Thursday, 9 July, bringing another day of landslides, road closures, and travel disruptions across the state. Even as emergency teams worked through the rain, fresh rockfalls and rising floodwaters kept many areas on high alert. At Kulikon, Ngaizel in Aizol, another major rockfall struck the same hillside where a landslide had already occurred a day earlier. Early on Thursday morning, huge rocks crashed onto several vehicles traveling along the road, including an Aizol city bus, a tanker lorry, a pickup truck, a taxi, a scooter, and a motorcycle. 3 passengers traveling on the bus suffered injuries. Later in the afternoon, another rockfall struck 2 taxis, injuring both drivers. In total, 5 people were injured in separate incidents during the day. The Aizol District Disaster Management Authority said officials had planned to clear the fallen rocks, but drone surveys showed that several large boulders remained dangerously unstable above the road. Continuous rain has made the hillside unsafe for workers and heavy machinery. As a result, the Kulikon to Saikamokon road remains completely closed, and residents have been advised to stay away because more rockfalls are still possible. The situation is equally serious along the Lunglei to Longtlai National Highway 54. Fresh landslides at Bualte have blocked the highway, leaving around 500 travelers stranded. More than 400 people are waiting at Bualte, while another 70 remain stranded at Chualchu. Local residents, government agencies, YMA volunteers, and community organizations have been providing food, shelter, and emergency assistance. Lunglei South MLA Pularam Liana Papuya also visited the stranded travelers and extended financial support. During the day, Disaster Management and Rehabilitation Minister Professor Laniloma inspected the Ngaizel landslide and assured the public that the government remains fully prepared to respond to disasters. He urged citizens to stay calm, remain alert, and immediately report emergencies to the State or District Emergency Operations Center. Flood conditions have continued to worsen in Tlabung as the Kotang Tuipuy River keeps rising after days of relentless rainfall. More families have now been forced to leave their homes, and floodwaters spread across low-lying areas and landslides threaten residential neighborhoods. By Thursday, 34 families in Tlabung and another 35 families in Tiparagat have been evacuated because of flooding. At the same time, 14 families from Tonpuy and Tanmari localities moved to safer places after landslides made the surrounding hillsides unstable. The situation has become much worse compared with Wednesday, when officials confirmed that 18 families had already been displaced and 4 houses had completely been destroyed by landslides. Several other homes have also been declared unsafe. Relief work is continuing under the supervision of Tlabung Civil SDO Pu Moses Lalfak Omatlao, with the village council, the YMA, and volunteers helping families move their belongings. Many displaced residents are now staying temporarily in YMA halls, schools, and other public buildings. The Tlabung branch YMA has also appealed to the public not to believe rumors circulating on social media, rejecting claims that some families were refusing to evacuate in order to receive government compensation. The organization clarified that affected families genuinely want to move but simply have nowhere else to stay, adding that disaster relief payments are limited and should never become the reason for spreading false information. After months of political uncertainty, the Tacma Autonomous District Council has entered a new chapter. This week, Mr. Nirupam Tacma officially took charge as the new Chief Executive Member, bringing governor's rule to an end. On Wednesday, the BJP and the ZPM formed the Tacma Democratic Alliance Legislature Party, allowing a new government to be formed. On Thursday, the new administration comfortably proved its majority during a special council session after securing 18 votes in a secret ballot. Following the confidence vote, Mr. Nirupam Tacma said his government would give priority to improving roads, education, drinking water, healthcare, and employment opportunities for young people. District Council and Minority Affairs Minister Pusila Soyvunga also announced that the Mizoram government has already submitted proposals to the central government seeking direct funding for autonomous district councils. Another proposal seeks the introduction of an anti-defection law to strengthen political stability within the council. As more government services move online, the Mizoram government says protecting public data has become more important than ever. Speaking at the state-level workshop on strengthening cybersecurity framework for state data held at IGEL Club on Thursday, ICT Minister Dr. Vanlal Khana said government departments now store large amounts of sensitive information, including identity records, land records, and welfare scheme data. He stressed that these digital systems must be protected with stronger cybersecurity measures, including encrypted databases, secure access systems, and automated monitoring capable of detecting cyber threats within minutes. Officials from different departments worked together during the workshop to prepare recommendations that will later be submitted to the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology as part of efforts to strengthen India's overall cybersecurity framework. Mizoram is also stepping up its effort to reduce HIV infections through greater awareness, early testing, and stronger community participation. On Thursday, the District AIDS Prevention and Control Committee met at the Deputy Commissioner's Conference Hall in Kolasib under the chairmanship of Deputy Commissioner Pu H. Lianbuaya. Members agreed that HIV awareness programs should be expanded, especially among school students and the wider community. They said educating young people about prevention, personal responsibility, and respect for others remain one of the strongest tools against HIV. The committee also resolved to strengthen awareness campaigns through seminars and community outreach while encouraging more voluntary HIV testing in hospital after informed consent. Contact tracing will also be expanded to identify possible sources of infection and prevent further spread. The meeting follows another consultation held earlier this week in Aizawl, where health officials revealed that Mizoram's HIV prevalence remains around 15 times higher than the national level. Although Aizawl district continues to report the highest number of new HIV cases, officials said sustained awareness campaigns and treatment programs have helped reduce the number of new infections. They stressed that continued testing and early diagnosis remain essential. The continuing rain is not only disrupting transport but is also causing heavy losses for farmers and affecting public utilities in different parts of the state. In Sertip, the swollen mud river overflowed into the fertile Zolpui plains, destroying large areas of maize, ginger, chili, and other crops that were almost ready for harvest. Farmers said they had built protective embankments, but the unusually high floodwaters overwhelmed them. In Lungsen RD block, the Longtuk River submerged the road connecting Phairong and Bunghmun from Wednesday afternoon, cutting off traffic completely. Floodwaters also damaged riverside gardens and valuable agricultural land near Zolpui village. Meanwhile, residents of Kozol are facing drinking water shortages after muddy floodwater made it impossible to pump water from the Tuitang intake under the Greater Kozol Water Supply Scheme. Emergency water supply through shortage tanks have also been suspended. The Public Health Engineering Department has appealed to residents to use water carefully until pumping operations can safely resume. Chief Minister Pula Duoma has reminded future police officers that the badge they wear represents service to the people above anything else. Speaking to trainees of Mizoram Police Service Batch 26 at the Administrative Training Institute on Wednesday, the Chief Minister said police officers are often the first people citizens depend on during emergencies. He encouraged the trainees to maintain honesty, improve their knowledge of information technology and Hindi, and always perform their duties with professionalism and compassion. Drawing from his own experience as a former Indian Police Service officer, he said policing should always be viewed as a public service rather than simply another government job. On the same day, the Mizoram Police Subordinate Officers Association welcomed the government's recently recruited 259 police constables, describing the process as transparent and free from political influence. The association also urged the government to fill nearly 4,000 vacant police posts and thanked it for providing 290 new police vehicles under the Assistance to States and Union Territories for Modernization of Police scheme. The Mizoram government is also looking at long-term development by helping farmers earn more while creating opportunities for young athletes across the state. During the Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Department review meeting held on Wednesday, Agriculture Minister Pvt Vanalrata said farmers should now focus not only on producing more crops but also on adding value before selling them. Processing agriculture products can increase their market value and improve farmers' incomes. He urged officials to work closely with farming communities and ensure government schemes are implemented effectively as Mizoram moves towards its Green Revolution vision. On Thursday, Sports Minister Pulang Lavamar released the findings of the Grassroots Sports Development Program jointly implemented by the Mizoram State Sports Council and Samagra Shiksha Mizoram. The program now operates through 46 training centers across all 11 districts, with 1,380 children enrolled in 9 sporting disciplines. Around 34% of the participants are girls. The minister expressed confidence that the program would help identify future sporting talent and strengthen Mizoram's sporting achievements in the years ahead. Village governance and rural development also received major attention this week as community leaders met the Chief Minister and the government rolled out an important new employment program. On Thursday, leaders of the All Mizoram Village Council Association met Chief Minister Pulal Duama at his office. They thanked him for helping secure the release of the 15 Finance Commission grants and requested government support to construct a long-awaited village council guest house in Aizawl. The Chief Minister assured them that the proposal would receive serious consideration and directed the concerned departments to begin follow-up action. The association also requested an increase in honorariums for village council members and called for better utilization of Mizoram Finance Commission grants. According to the association, proper implementation will help the state qualify for higher performance-based grants under the 16th Finance Commission. Earlier on Wednesday, Rural Development Minister Professor Lani Loma officially launched the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission, known as VBG Ramji. The new program replaces MGNREGA in Mizoram. The minister announced that Mizoram has become the first state in India to issue the scheme's official notification. He also said the state government has already committed Rs 128 crore towards the program. VBG Ramji will provide 125 days of employment, strengthen water conservation projects, improve rural livelihoods, and create better long-term income opportunities for village communities across the state. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching.